Yeah. And just want to talk about the start of your channel again and the name GoldenWoozie, because it's a bit of an unusual name. How exactly did you come up with that name?
You know, it's funny. A lot of people ask me, like, what is a golden Wookie? Which I never understood because the Z looks nothing like a K.
Yeah.
But the reason why that happened, the very first video I ever put on YouTube is not the Assassin's Creed one. It was actually a video of me playing guitar. And that was because at the time, I was taking guitar lessons and I was having problems with my finger placement.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see why. So my guitar teacher said, you should record yourself, like on your fingers, and you can see what you're doing without like looking down and losing track of what you're doing.
Yeah. So
that was the first thing I uploaded. And I needed the name for my YouTube channel, because I needed to upload it to actually look at it, because I wasn't going to look on the video camera screen, because that's dumb.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was involved in two forums. Game Winners was one, and the other one was this place called StarEdit.net, which is this StarCraft website.
Yeah.
And on Game Winners, I'm known as Woozie, which is a character from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
On StarEdit, I was known as Golden Fist, which was just a generic name. Like, I literally went to genericname.com and it just generated Golden Fist. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, I might be showing something to either website. So I just merged the two names. So I got GoldenWoozie, and I redded it ever since. Yeah. It's like one of the worst names. And it just sounds like a sexual act. I feel like if you went to dictionary.com, it would say like, yeah, it's like when you pee someone or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's how that exists.
Way of looking at it.
Yeah. If I had the ability to like pay $10 to change my YouTube name, I'd do it in a second.
Yeah. And what would you change it to? Have you ever thought about?
I mean, I have. We'll get to this eventually, but I have this website now called Feather Rufflers, so I'd probably change it to that. But the problem is, I already registered a YouTube account named called Feather Rufflers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, there's these days when I think of a screen name, I usually combine a large animal and a type of food. So the one I typically go by is Dinosaur Pizza. Yeah. But there are other ones. Yeah, it'd be like that, something silly. Yeah. You know, people wouldn't know that it's supposed to be silly. Whereas GoldenWoozie just sounds like something I made when I was 15, which I did. Yeah. So that's accurate.
So that Assassin's Creed video, I guess a lot of the things, a lot of the positive feedback you got, because it's funny, it's a funny video, and a lot of your videos, they're really entertaining to watch, they're really funny, and a lot of the time especially in the early videos, it's a sort of you're sort of going against what a lot of people think, and you're pointing out the negative things in games, sort of the BioShock review when everyone, I know it's not up now, but when you put it out, everyone was loving it, and you were sort of going against it. What's the demand for your fans? Do they prefer it when you put out the angry videos where you rant a bit, or do they prefer a video sort of a more balanced style?
You know, they say it on every single video, and I think the views definitely support their opinion that they like the angry views much better.
Yeah.
But, I eventually went away from that, primarily because I felt like, I became like a whore to my subscribers. They're just like, be more angry. I'm like, okay, well, what am I playing right now? So I'd point out the bad things because that's what people wanted me to do, even if it was a game I didn't hate that much. And the tipping point for that was The Force Unleashed, really. Which, by no means, is a fantastic game. Yeah. But I played it a lot, and, I didn't mind it. It was actually okay. If someone was like, should I buy this for $20? I'd be like, go for it. Yeah. But at the time, people were like, make another video. I'm like, the only thing I'm playing is The Force Unleashed. There's some things about this game that are pretty garbage, so I guess I could do something. Yeah. But, I mean, the video didn't really reflect what I thought, and I thought that was kind of disingenuous to, like, who I am. Yeah. So I tried to move away from that, and for a while they kind of put up with it. So like the videos around that time, like Prince of Persia, Fable 2, those are all kind of positive or more balanced reviews, I guess. Like I mentioned some flaws in those as well. Yeah. But they don't have like as many views as like my way older ones or like the way angry ones. And now these days, like I just put up my LA Noire review like a month or two ago. Yeah. I think it's like the best video I've ever made. It has 600 views. It's like the third least watched video on my entire channel. Yeah. So you do feel it's sort of a trade-off between, what you've been saying is sort of, I guess a bit of struggle going on between what your viewers want and what
you want to do. And it sounds to me there's a bit of a trade-off between going against what you feel and sort of being over angry with the videos and the views. So is it more important to you to get across? Obviously now you've moved away from the angrier videos. Does that mean it's more important to you to put across how you really feel about these games?
Yeah, I mean that's always what I've wanted to do, and
Yeah.
I've started thinking about like how because at first this video is just kind of a dumb video, but anyone who has like thoughts on like I need to get a career one day, and it's like I kind of like video editing, I kind of like what I'm doing, I wish I could make this my career.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking like, okay, if I showed this video to like a 30-year-old person who's trying to take me seriously, would they continue to do so after they watched it? And if it's something like the Force Unleashed review, probably not. So
Yeah.
I try to make them more respectable, and if it's something that I dislike, I try to say so in like a polite manner. Like LA Noire review, that's a very negative review of the game.
Yeah.
But I don't say like, I don't know, like this game is like some skunk just sprayed like a pile of shit or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't yell into the microphone or anything like that.
Yeah. So when you were making the videos, when you were particularly angry, so sort of we're talking about before the Force Unleashed review, was it unnatural? Did it feel unnatural, or did you feel like it was sort of acting, or was it just sort of your views amplified?
Well, I don't want to get the wrong idea here. A lot of the games that I say suck really do suck, and I don't think so. It's really the Force Unleashed is like maybe the only game that I gave like a really negative review that I thought was going too far for no reason. But the other videos I never felt like I was acting, like Halo 3 or Metal Gear Solid. Those are both games that I have some definite problems with, and I might have exaggerated it a little bit, like with MGS4 specifically. But I never changed my thoughts just to like appease people outside of the Force Unleashed one, of course. Okay.
And now you, as you said, you moved towards more professional style reviews. And with your previous videos, I know something you mentioned to me earlier was that you got a video made about your channel, which was a review of reviewers. I think the YouTube channel was called Asalieri or something like that.
Yeah, Asalieri, and I feel really bad for mentioning his name because I really don't want to give that guy any type of advertising whatsoever.
How exactly did that? What exactly happened, and what happened in the aftermath of the videos that he made?
Well, what happened was this happened my first year of college, I think, and it was right before I went on winter break, and I got a message in my inbox saying, "Hey, some guy made a video of you." I'm like, well, that's nice of him. And I'll look at it. It's like, so this guy's like some racist prick who hates fighting games and all these other insults of me. I'm like, well, this is awesome. And I guess what this guy used to do, his original channel is not up anymore. I guess it got taken down for copyright violation. He probably put some song and that went to Viacom and they just raped the shit out of him. But his channel's still up somewhere. I don't know what the name is, but he would basically go around YouTube channels about people who he thought were like how can I put this in a really degrading way? It's as if, he's like a African warlord who says that this particular ethnic race is like evil and needs to be cleansed.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing for YouTube channels.
Okay.
So I was singled out. I think I was like the 10th one he did. There were a few other ones that he did. And I guess he got a lot of supporters as well. And I feel like most of these people are like fans of like really old school genre games like NES, SNES era, stuff like that. Sega Genesis, whatever. And, since I made a video saying fighting games suck, which was very rooted in that era, they got real angry about that and decided to let me know. So at the time, he had like 400 followers or something like that. And they were like active followers, not like mine. So any video he made, they were like, let's fucking kill this guy. So pretty much for like every single month up until he finally posted my video, I was getting comments on my channel page or like, my videos were getting bombarded with dislikes and like comments telling me to go die. I remember in one of the interviews you did with Lots of Games or something, he said like some guy told him to go get cancer and die. Yeah. It's like that sounds like a cakewalk compared to some of the things that people need to go do.
Yeah.
So,
and did that sort of get to you? Was it something? Because I guess obviously you could see the cause of it. It was from his video, and then all this hate came. And you say that happened to the Fighting Game Stock video. Did the dislikes that came from his video, did that bother you, or was it something that you could sort of brush off straight away?
Well, it wasn't so much like him specifically. I didn't care because this is a guy who saw one video, like very clearly. He saw one video, made up his mind about me, and then decided to look at the other ones to kind of like contribute to his already established opinion. Like he didn't, he was not set on changing his mind about me.
Yeah.
So it was very obvious that he's being closed-minded about me. And a lot of the time I was trying to talk to him and his fans saying like, guys, try watching another video, please, because I think you're getting the wrong idea. So him specifically, since he's so obviously closed-minded, it didn't bother. But what did bother me is eventually like it just started affecting the rest of my videos. Like I'd put up a new video, like I ended up putting Let's Plays of Condemned 2. And it's like it's non-offensive video. There's nothing like that you could get angry about, and then it's like, 6 dislikes right away.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where are these coming from? And it's just obviously from people who are just like, well, you know what I'm going to do for this month of my life is I'm going to make this guy's life worse. So downgrade all of his videos and, I don't know, get one of them removed for inciting a riot. So
was it that was the Tetris video, wasn't it?
There is no evidence behind this, but my suspicion is, okay, so anyone who doesn't know, I have a Tetris video because I eventually re-uploaded it. It's about PAX East 2010. They had this Kotaku sponsored thing where they went around to different developers asking like what they thought the top 10 best games were. And you can check out the video for more info, but pretty much it's because number 10, Tetris was on there. And I don't think Tetris is that great. So I made a video saying why I think Tetris is not that great.
Yeah.
And then one day the video was gone, and I wondered why. And I looked up my video history, and it said this video has been taken down for the following reasons. You know, it's kind of a blanket statement. You know, like if you report someone on Xbox Live, there's like verbal abuse and stuff like that. So it's very vague. But it was saying that it was promoting hate speech, inciting a riot, and just some other ridiculous stuff. And this is when I've had my first doubts of YouTube as like a place, because I sent like a was it like you challenge it or something?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I think all it said was, try watching the video. I don't see how this incites a riot nor spreads hate speech. And then it got rejected, so it stayed down forever. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, YouTube is run by robots or something. They don't have to watch anything. They're just like, well, this got like 6 complaints. Must be the case. And I guess it probably had some dislikes as well, so that maybe that's how they generate it. Yeah. So that was down for like a year, and that's when I started getting pissed off about the whole people following me stuff. And I was just trying to let it blow over. Like, I never mentioned him on my channel up until now, actually, until you asked me about it, because I didn't want to add to it. And eventually it died down, but at the same time, it was kind of like the feeling like I couldn't put anything up because it was just going to get all this negative attention or taken down or something like that. So